The way to think about crypto collecting, these crypto collectibles, is bringing digital scarcity to fandom.
So tell me about Lucid Sight. Why did you start it, and what do you guys do?
Lucid Sight's an emerging software technology company focused on gaming in particular. We're both, passionate gamers. We've enjoyed it our whole lives, and it's the reason a lot of people get into technology in the first place.
The company was started in 2015.
Okay.
Yeah, and we co-founded it with Fazri Zubair, who's our third co-founder, who is also a big gamer.
And then you guys have worked together before with a company called Gerbo, and that was one of the first kind of apps in the iTunes store, correct?
Gerbo had 14 of the first 100 free iPhone games.
Yeah, so in 2008 we started Gerbo, right? So in 2010, Insight Venture Partners came in and bought a stake in the company. And then together with Insight Venture Partners, we decided to make the pivot from making games to becoming an advertising network company.
Tell me how that feels to kind of create something that has gone on to, it was valued at $350 billion or something. Did you ever think that would be kind of the outcome of your brainchild?
No, and that's the nature of business, is that it's very nonlinear. Nothing turns out how you planned it at the beginning.
We didn't really set out to create anything that was going to get huge or anything like that, right?
Yeah.
Our goal was to start a company, and so we could sort of control our own destiny, and make your own hours, and just have sort of create whatever you want to create.
Yeah.
But what you go back to is are you working on interesting things? And for me, interesting means the bleeding edge of new technologies.
So let's talk Lucid Sight now. So what are some of your most popular games?
Yeah, Lucid Sight. So we're dabbling in sort of. I would think about us as a gaming studio that is working in all the emerging areas of gaming technology, like VR, AR, and blockchain now is our current focus. So we put out quite a few first-party VR titles. We've worked on some big titles. We worked on the Justice League VR title for Warner Brothers. VR is, we liked it. We chose to go into that field because it was the brand new, latest technology, and we learned everything we could about that space, right? And now we're really adept at that. Then blockchain collecting and gaming started to take off and really galvanized around CryptoKitties.
So help me understand the blockchain, because when I hear blockchain, I think of cryptocurrency or Bitcoin or whatever. So how does that relate to virtual reality?
It doesn't necessarily. Bitcoin you own. If I give you a Bitcoin, I no longer have my Bitcoin. I'm sad. I don't have my Bitcoin anymore, right? So we are taking that concept and applying it to collectibles and then gamifying those.
And when you say collectibles, you mean?
Yeah, digital collectibles. Yeah, exactly. So we're children of the 80s, right? We grew up around, when the peak era of collecting, right? We grew up in an era where, grown men would buy boxes of baseball cards and never open them.
Right.
And they thought it was a great investment.
Right.
So we're using the blockchain to reintroduce these core concepts, which have kind of been lost for the last 20, 25 years or so.
And so you pay or for?
I'll walk you through a typical game cycle.
That'd be great.
We have a spaceship game, for example, right? It's a traditional. It's called CSC, where we actually just launched it yesterday. It's a traditional what they call 4X space game, where you explore, you craft. So you fly your ship to a planet, mine some minerals, build a laser, fight somebody, and that's called crafting in the video game industry, right? Well, traditionally, you're doing that in a game like World of Warcraft or EVE Online. You craft your sword, right? And you play and you level up your character, and your sword gets more and more powerful. And you decide you don't want to play the game anymore. That sword doesn't go anywhere.
Right.
In this environment, in blockchain gaming, you can sell that sword.
Oh.
The sword, the items within the game can be taken out of the game and even played in other games. Very disruptive.
Yeah, we believe it's going to majorly disrupt video games.
Yeah, is this what you see the future of video games looking like?
Yes.
I think that we're pretty serendipitous to have started our businesses in LA. And the reason is because of the convergence of entertainment and technology here. We, especially with our current blockchain gaming project, are trying to bring those two things together. And we believe that when you bring in really, LA has a monopoly on entertainment. And when you bring that component into crypto gaming, all of a sudden, all of these great brands with affinity will want to have crypto games. We'll have crypto collectibles.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask you guys a few questions that we ask all of our Town Hall Chats guests. What do you admire most about yourself?
I'm pretty good at connecting with people in friendships and as well as in business. I sort of, I can use that as an advantage.
What do you like most about LA?
The people. My family's from Mexico, so there's a lot of Mexican people here, and so it makes me feel like home.
Cool.
So yeah, I love LA. I love the people.
And then 20 years from now, what do you guys want your legacy to be?
I don't think about legacy too much.
Yeah.
I think now I'm actually a lot more concerned about continuing to do interesting things, because I think what easily happens after you've had some success is you atrophy. Mm-hmm. And you just become boring. I have a couple kids now. I have a 11-month-old at home. I don't want him to think I'm boring by the time he's actually starting to become interesting himself. And I want to still be interesting when he's in his 20s.
Yeah.
So that's for me more of a concern than like what will my tombstone say.
Right.